Guys, what's up and what's popping? Welcome and welcome back to our YouTube channel. Thank you so much for stopping by and thank you for clicking this video. My good name is Polly J. If you're new here, you're much welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, I'm in the gang, much welcome, and I love you all so much. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in and thank you for your support. I don't take you guys for granted. So in our today's video, I have been getting so many questions from you guys. I've been getting so many questions regarding me advising you through some things that you've been going through, and most of these questions are from my gang people from Gulf, people who are working in Gulf. So guys, I would like you to be also there with me to advise them wherever we can. And yeah, let's just start because I have several questions that I want to talk about. And please give this video a like, share if you have to, and also if you haven't subscribed, please just do so, and I'll be so glad to have you as one of us. So thank you, and let's go now to the video.
Oh my god. Polly J, may God bless you. Welcome.
So the first question, I will be reading them from my DM from Facebook, what kind of questions I was getting, and yeah, let's get to see how it works. The first question, she was asking, what is the best method for me to send money back to Kenya? Okay, this is someone who is in Gulf. She's a newbie here, like she's new, and she wants to know the best ways for her to send money. Personally, I have always used M-Pesa to send cash, and before I used to send through Western Union. And if you're watching this, you've always sent money, you can also come through and help our sister here understand the best ways to send money. She did not tell me in which country she is, so I'm just answering in general. But wherever you are, whatever means you use, I think it will be helpful for this person, and other people will come to watch later asking the same question. So personally, I have always used M-Pesa. I always find it better and it's easier to find. And yeah, with M-Pesa, everything you just handle it on your phone. But sometimes you might get a problem when sending someone or finding someone who will understand what is M-Pesa. Like before, I used to write, you just write a note for someone to go and put money for you on your M-Pesa. But when they go, they make a mistake. Instead of them sending through M-Pesa, they send through Western Union. You have given your number, but they will send it to Western Union. So you'll be like, why send it to me? Western Union, how will I get the money? And it's in Kenyan currency, you understand? So that money is supposed to be taken by someone who is in Kenya, but now you have to take it. So I will have to say no. And when they go there, they don't change the transaction. What they have to change is maybe to change the phone number. And maybe that money was not meant for someone at home, but it was meant for you, so that you can know how to substitute the money. So that's the first challenge that I used to get. But when I came here, I thank God I found someone who understands them better. So whenever I just write a note, I just write like up there M-Pesa in capital letters, because these people, they don't know what is M-Pesa. But if you write it there and tell that particular person M-Pesa, nothing else, they will do it. So M-Pesa has always worked for me. Since I came here, I've never even used Western Union. No, I've always used M-Pesa. So that is what I know best. I know how. And yeah, I don't have anything else that I can tell you. Or if you are here and you're watching and you know another way of someone sending money back to Kenya, then you can also come through and tell someone. Second question is, how many kgs are allowed for someone when going back to Kenya? So I think it always depends with the flight. It will always depend with which airline you're using, because some airlines, they offer like 50 kilo, 40 kilo, 70, like Kenya Airways. The last time I talked to a friend, she was coming from Dubai to Kenya. She was given an allowance of 7 kilo, like from Dubai to Kenya. But from Kenya to here, it is less kilo, because from here, of course, you want to take some things to your family, or maybe you have shopped a lot. So she was offered 70 kilograms. And when coming back, I did not ask her how many kilos she was given. So I think it also depends with the flight, with the airline that you're using. But if your kilos are more than the expected ones, then you can always pay extra. But paying extra kilo, I always feel it's so expensive, especially when you're paying for air freight. I don't know if it's me or someone else. So guys, going next to our third question, she was asking, there's an airplane, Ella, go. To our next question, this lady was complaining and she was asking me, Polly, I have 3 months not paid my salary. If I ask, they always say like they will pay me, but I have told them if they won't pay me, they should take me back to the office, but they don't tell me anything. What should I do? 3 months without salary. So we are here, do not forget to help. We are here to help our sisters who maybe have questions that they do not know, and I want to believe that you cannot ask something that you know, right? So if they ask, that means they do not know anything about this. So she has not been paid a salary for 3 months. If she asks, they always say they will give her. Okay, for me, I feel 3 months is a lot for someone who has responsibilities. Even if you don't have responsibilities, it's your money, you're supposed to be paid. And if they have not paid, I don't feel like it's you supposed to keep on running to them, but they should feel like they owe you, and they should be the one going to you. Like, they should be the one who kind of like explaining to you, you know, this is and this and this is the situation, but we will pay you. But if you're the one who is keeping on following it at them, and they don't feel like, they don't seem like they have done anything wrong, I might say maybe they know what they are doing, and just talk to them once again, because you are here because of that money. You are here because you give them services and they pay back for what you have worked for. And if they are not paying you, then what is the reason of working without payment? Then they should pay you, because the more you keep staying, the more you keep calm, the more the months, and that is when now they will be not able to pay your money, because 3 months salary plus now this month is almost ending up. This is the 4th month. So you should talk to them, let them understand that you have a family, you have responsibilities that you're supposed to take care of, you have bills to pay. You're not just there like working without without any responsibility or something. And even if you do not have responsibility, it is your right to get your salary. So let them understand that they are supposed to pay you. And also, I don't know what was the agreement between you two, or between you and your bosses when you went to work there. I don't know what date you agreed that you should be paid, but it is always good to have that communication whenever things are not working out. I wish you well, and I hope that they will consider paying your salary, because I know the more they delay, it will reach a point whereby they have to pay you so much money, and it might not be enough for them to pay. So that was the third thing. And if you have something to say about this, please do not forget to drop a comment below. So someone else was asking, is it okay for me to go home and come back at the same house that I am working? I have worked here now for 4 years, and I am confused. I don't know if I should go and look for another job while in Kenya, or stay here, go back and come. They say they want me to stay, but I'm not sure, but I want to work. Okay, we have a situation here. She wants to go back home for a vacation, but she's not sure whether she will go and come back at the same house, or maybe she will go back and stay in Kenya to look for another job in Gulf. Okay, I have like 2 advices depending on the situation. So the first one is, what or how has this family been treating you? How have you been with them for those 4 years? Because I believe if they were bad, you will not come back for the second contract. But if you've decided to work for them for 4 years, that means like it's people that you've checked and seen that they are people you can talk with, people maybe that you can come to an agreement with, and people that you've been working for them without any problem. So if that is the kind of people that you've been working for, you should sit down, you guys, before you go home, and even before you plan that you're going home, talk to them. Understand if they want you to come back, because you can never go back to somewhere you're not needed. If they need you to go back, then they will process your papers, they will renew your contract, they will add your salary, and you will continue working. The next thing is, If maybe you're working for them, you feel like you're not safe, you feel you're insecure where you are, you feel like everything is not working out, or maybe you feel like you want to change somewhere, or maybe you want to change the environment, or maybe to work for someone different, then it also depends with you. Also, again, it will depend with your pocket. If your pocket is full, then you can go Kenya, decide on what business to open, because I always feel like by the end of the day we will have to go back to our countries despite how many years we stay here. So if you have saved enough and you have some money that you can start your own business, it is always good to start something for you, manage your own business, or manage something little that you will sustain you, then stay back at home and do better things. But if you're just going, you don't have money, you have so many to cater for, and you want to go and sit in Kenya and maybe search for another job, then you will be committing a very big mistake. Right now in Kenya, life is very hard, especially if you do not have an income, and especially if you don't work, especially if you're not expecting to get anything at the end of the month. It will be so hard for you. So that will you will be forced to use your savings, you'll be forced to use anything small that you came with, and remember, there is no income by the end of the day. So it is always good for you to do the best calculations, as good as all that stuff. Like, you have to do the right decision. Don't just be in a hurry to take the decisions that you want. Be still, think twice, call yourself a meeting. I always say, like, call yourself a meeting, talk to yourself and know what to do best. So we also expect to see comments from people, and I know that they will be here because I told them that I will come to post this video, and not just for them, but I know maybe so many people are going through the same and they want to know what to do. We have the last but not the least question. I hope you guys, you're doing well as we continue with the questions. I have so many questions, but this will be the last question for this video, unless maybe we go and do another one. So someone else, now this person is not in Gulf, but she's saying, hi, how do you deal with the loneliness in Gulf countries, or maybe far from your families, not seeing your parents, not seeing your people, and also and also she's asking, like, about the foreign foods. How do you manage to stay there for 2 years without any problem? Do you have like homesick or something? I don't understand the question well, but I think I'm kind of getting it. So I would like to say, feeling all that stuff is natural. It's there. We are human beings by the end of the day. No matter where you're going to work, whether in your country or whether not in your country, you're not in your family. Like, when you have people, people you are used to doing the same activities that you're used to, it is different than coming here, working for different people, doing different stuff and all that things. Okay, so personally, I will speak about myself. I don't know about someone else, but for me, what makes me going and what keeps me moving, it's not like I don't have that homesick. I have it, and there's sometimes that comes and you just feel like you have that loneliness, that you want to share a word with someone, but too bad, no one is near, it's around, like, for you to communicate with them. It's not like you don't have people around, you have people, but you want someone close, someone for you, someone who will understand you better. There's that time that comes, you just feel like you want someone who will understand you better, someone who can talk to you. There's that time. But for me, I can say what works for me is having a constant communication with my family members, even if not all of them, because back in Kenya, if you don't have Wi-Fi, also getting the network sometimes is hard. So sometimes you don't get them on like every day, and also you don't get to call them like on daily basis. Okay, so for me, having that communication with them and interacting with them also keeps me going, and I just feel like I am closer just a bit, not like not like one-on-one, but you just feel like you're closer to them. And also being a prayerful person, also God gives you that strength to continue working, to continue moving, and everything works out smoothly. Though we cannot say like you just feel like you're 100% okay, but it makes you feel better. Missing your family, missing your people, missing your own food, missing everything is normal, and you will miss it until you go back home. So I can't say like there's a day that has passed without me feeling like, oh, I wish I could get this, I wish I could see so and so, I wish I was near my child, you know, all that stuff. It is natural. And yeah, we just keep on moving. And also something else that makes things easy for us is getting, or maybe working for good employers, working with people who understand you, or maybe working for people who will understand you. They always make things easier for you, because if you work for an employer who is giving you hard time, if you work for someone who sees you as nothing, if you work for someone who is stressing you, then things will also be hard for you. But if they're making things easier for you, everything will always work out smoothly and everything will always be okay. This was, and I meant this should be the last question. I have like 5 more, but I don't want this video to be so much long, so I think this will be the last video, will be the last question, or like the last video. No, you will keep on seeing me on your screen. So yeah, this will be the last question, and let me just end this video here. I hoping that you will listen to it over and over, share, subscribe if you haven't, put on our post notification bell, and also do not forget to leave a comment. A comment is very important, because you remember the people who are asking these questions, they also need to know what to do next. So that means if you listen, or if maybe you watch this video, not leave a comment down below, then it will not help that person. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. I love you, but always never forget that God loves you more. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for everything. Be blessed, and let me see you in the next video. I want to say bye and adios. I love you all.